Stardust dealer was killed last night by a vigilante.
Reports of my death have been greatly exaggerated.
What happened?
Physiology changed. Enhanced strength, and I don't think he can feel pain. If Samson is building an army, then I'm gonna need mine. Suit up!
Oh, is that just your thing?
Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. So we got an Arrow SummerSlam trailer. They're basically doing like their version of a SummerSlam rematch, Stephen Amell versus Stardust. It's the thing that they created this t-shirt for. So let's break it down. So this is the coolest thing ever. So if you have no idea who Stardust is, or you don't watch WWE, Stephen Amell is like a lifelong WWE fan. So they invited him to participate in SummerSlam one year. Like they started as this thing with Stardust, who is Cody Rhodes, the character that you're seeing in the trailer here, called Samson. So what happened is last year, they hyped up a wrestling rivalry that culminated in Stephen Amell fighting him during SummerSlam. Stephen Amell won, but then before they could have a rematch in the ring, Cody Rhodes retired from the WWE, so he had to leave the Stardust name behind. So because in real life, they're bros, and Cody is so good at doing stunts, like the types of stunts they do on Arrow, just hardcore wrestling takedowns. They thought, hey, why don't we do an episode? Let's find an opportunity. So they wrote this character for him. You also may have recognized all the Easter eggs for their real life wrestling conflict in this trailer. Like the drug that they manufacture and deal is called Stardust, so Cody deals in Stardust. He's putting a team together. He can't feel pain, just like wrestlers seem like they can't feel pain. Just unbelievable takedowns that they just seemingly walk away from. And even more than that, you look at some of the stunts, it looks like stunts that you would see inside the wrestling ring. So like, I'll play this in slow motion. You can kind of see like how crazy this is gonna be. The stunts will be like even crazier than they normally are, like the big takedowns, and it looks like it's going to culminate in a giant tag team match, team versus team, like team wrestling. If you've never watched wrestling, sometimes during big matches, they'll have like one dude versus another dude, they'll fight, his friend will tag in, so sometimes it'll be 2-on-1, then another guy from the other team will tag in, and you'll just have like this battle royale in the ring. So it looks like that's what they're building to in this episode. But the thing about him not feeling pain reminds me of Stephen Amell talking about their match. So what happens is if you don't watch wrestling, most of it is choreographed within a certain degree. Like they plan a little bit about how the match is going to go, but they still have to do those moves. So if one of the wrestlers messes up and hits someone the wrong way, or like if you're getting slammed on the mat or flipped over and you land the wrong way, you can really hurt yourself really badly. So Stephen Amell said he accidentally punched Cody full in the face, like not in the wrestling way that wrestlers punch each other, and Cody just did not show it at all. So I feel like the bit about him not being able to feel pain in the trailer is just a joke about that. Like wrestlers look like they don't feel pain. But for those of you that are asking, I know does he look like Grundy? Or what's going on here? He gets dipped in chemicals, Joker style, comes out looking like he's undead. So as far as I know, he's not supposed to be any particular comic book character, but hopefully he's still alive at the end of this episode and they just throw him in prison so that he can come back in a future episode and they can have another rematch, just like a fun episode. But this is just kind of intended to be like Arrowverse SummerSlam. So if you've seen wrestling, you probably pick up on a lot of Easter eggs during the episode, but if not, it's just going to be like a really fun throwdown where they just beat the shit out of each other. Mr. Terrific is wearing his T face paint, so we'll see that. The team itself is working together a little bit better. And here's the other thing too, this is kind of crazy. So Mark Guggenheim himself, showrunner, is listed on the cast for the episode as if he's appearing in the episode somewhere. And the name they list for him is Guggenheim Ship. So I don't know if he's going to be doing something funny or if he's just going to be appearing in the background or I'll have a speaking part. But keep your eyes peeled for Mark Guggenheim to appear in the episode. But get hype and let me know, what are you more excited about? Just the idea of a SummerSlam rematch or just seeing all the crazy stunts that they do? Because it definitely looks like they tried to do some wrestling style takedowns. But what would be really awesome is when we get to the 4-night crossover, like once Oliver finally accepts Supergirl, if he teaches her some crazy wrestling takedowns so that she can use that on some of the other superpowered villains that she fights. That's the one problem with Superman, Supergirl, characters that are essentially gods. You don't need to be a good fighter because you're so strong. You just soak damage. That's why Superman during Man of Steel got his ass handed to him by the other Kryptonians, by Zod and his followers, because he's super strong, but he's never fought a day in his life, so he's terrible when it comes to fighting someone of equal strength. So wouldn't it be awesome though if Supergirl learned some badass wrestling takedown moves to use during future episodes? But there aren't that many villains that she could do that with. Like most of the villains she'll probably go up on her show won't be so much strong as they are smart or have ways to disable her powers. So like you have Metallo, Kryptonite. You don't need to be a good fighter when you're Metallo because you could basically just sap all of her strength. But it's going to be an awesome week. So we have Metallo, Superman on Monday. Then we have Jesse Quick on Tuesday. Then we have Stardust via Amell Rematch on Thursday. And then we have Justice Society on Thursday. So I'll just remind everyone what the DC schedule is for all the shows when I post that Supergirl video on Monday night. But if you didn't see the Jesse Quick video I just posted, there is a new round of the DC giveaway going on right now. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. So next video should be Spider-Man Homecoming. I'm going to try and finish the rest of Luke Cage, so a bunch of Marvel stuff posting on Sunday. Everybody be sure to wear your SummerSlam t-shirts on Wednesday. So while you guys wait for my next video, you can click here for my Jesse Quick Flash trailer, and you can click here for this week's episode of The Arrow. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.